Hey guys, welcome back to Bloodborne. We're gonna crack right on from where we left off. Now, there's a few moments in Bloodborne's campaign where I always forget where to go and what to do. I'm pretty sure I know what to do at this point, but we'll find out. But before we continue, I want to do a few bits and pieces. So first off, we're going to go and get some more blood from Aoife. With it being a from software game, there's obviously lots of character quests and the like, and a lot of the with how little information it gives you pertaining to the quests, you can miss out on a lot of stuff, and I will miss out on a lot of stuff, but we'll get as much stuff as I remember to do. I'm not looking at any guides or anything like that, and it's been a fair while since I've last played through the entire game, so there's doubtless things that I'll miss. Let me just double check that we did use the. I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, so let's talk to Aoife again.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Aoife's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then. If you find anyone who's still human, send them straight to Aoife's clinic. You can assure them there's no place safer. Please, do me this service.
Yeah, but then I don't get to have sweet dialogue with the NPCs.
If you find
Okay, so I was just going to say that. I'm pretty sure that we did use the blood file. Yeah, so maybe you've got to get that dialogue before you can come back and ask for the vial. So maybe what we do is, in fact, I'm just going to go from this one to save the loading screen ridiculousness. Okay, so we've got Aoife and the guy from Erdon Chapel both asking us to send people their way, both claiming that they have a safe place for people to go. Also, if you notice, the sky has and the moon have changed colour. Before it was more like kind of like just a dark night, and now we've got this orangey, fiery kind of colour thing going on. So that changed after we beat Gascoigne and went into the Erdon Chapel. Okay, so we do have a fair amount of echoes actually. Maybe we should go back and level up. Although where we're going, it's not really that dangerous. So yeah, so we'll level up in a bit. This turn's finished. Maybe I shouldn't have stopped. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. In fact, let's get rid of this stuff. Pebble. Okay, so I think we can actually go back to where the girl was. Whoa, okay. I didn't even know that this guy had like a backwards attack. Might have got hit by it before, but I haven't really noticed it. Okay. And this is how we pretty much know that the that ribbon that we found did belong to this girl. Bless her. Rest in peace and all that. So, next place we want to go to is... There was someone else who said that they were looking for a safe place. If you remember, past where all the dogs are down here. I did not check the volume before I put these headphones on. This is so loud. It's insane. Yes, here.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you once had got off your arse, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear?
Alright.
So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
Eden Chapel.
What do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Jeez, and crackers, man. Let's turn the... yeah, I was getting my own voice back in my headphones as well. That's not fun. That's not something anyone wants. Okay, yeah. You haven't seen us, that's fine. For now, that's all of the people that we can, well, that's the only person we can lead to the, well, some interesting noises going on. I wonder if this guy's got aught new to say.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I did this,
Flame spray, nice.
I made no use of it, but perhaps you. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he's not from around here as well. And he came to Yarnum seeking help from this illness. We don't know what the illness is that he had, but we're seeking help from this illness. And so this magical blood in Yarnum, the blood of the healing church, has staved off death for this chap for however long. We're not sure how long, but he is dying. So A, it's not that magical, and B, he's seen all these things, all this like scourge of beasts going on around him. And then he's gonna and then he's saying that he's not affected from the he's not been affected from the scourge of the beasts. So we'll see what happens with that guy. So we've got a few new blood gems, I believe. So let's see if we can make this more powerful. So I think we keep that one on, and then add the other one that was a little bit better. I don't think we can get better than that at the moment. Yeah, that's fine. So we are slightly more powerful, and we still have the slight healing over time.
The healing church and the blood ministers who belong to it were once guardians of the hunters in the times of the hunter Ludwig. They worked and forged weapons in their unique workshop. Today, most ministers don't recall the hunters, but they have much to offer you. And so, heed the message of your forebears. Ascend to Erden Chapel.
Yes. Okay, so let's level up and get back to Erden
Welcome
Chapel.
home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let me stand.
So we can actually level up a few times here. We're gonna maybe, yeah, endurance is the main thing. A bit more strength, a bit more skill. Excellent. I'm just trying to keep these three reasonably high. We'll bump vitality at some point a little bit, and we'll just leave Blood Tinge and Arcane for now.
Farewell, good hunter.
Yes. And again, you notice that I'm buying. I'm always buying stuff from this shop with whatever I've got left over. See, so this is the key item to unlock that gate, but it costs 10,000 echoes, and they can be better spent elsewhere, and we can just be a bit patient and get to that area when we get there. Okay, so let's ascend to Erden Chapel, I suppose. Tomb of Erden. Eden. Oh no, wait, this is the boss room, isn't it? Meh. Oh well. It's a short walk. I think, anyway. I'm getting my names mixed up, I think. Yeah, I was planning on recording this episode yesterday. But I got super carried away with Disco Elysium. Man, the world in that game, the story, the characters, fantastic. It's I'd say it's on par with the FromSoft games world. It's just the story is told in a very different way. That's like all the text and dialogue in the world, and this is super sparse in terms of text and dialogue, and it's told. I think Dark Souls and Bloodborne most FromSoft games are kind of, the story is kind of told throughout gameplay in a weird way. But yeah, anyway, so speak to this chap.
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow. If you find any sane survivors, well, send them along to Erden.
Okay, so this is the lady that we told to come into Erden Chapel. Let's see what she's got to say.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type. You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks. You.
Okay. So, what's changed in this place since we killed the last boss is this door's opened, and this allows us to go up a lift. But just on what she was saying there, she kind of we're being blamed here for what's going on in Yarnum, for this kind of scourge of beasts or whatever, because we outsiders have tainted her blood. So this is just a little kind of detour to get the an item, like coming off the lift when it's halfway up. That's a bit of a thing in Souls games. I can't. Have I missed the door here? Oh no, it's just dropping down there. Okay. I'm gonna say, I don't think there's anything on this side. But so this is just like the top area of Erden Chapel. So we're going to open this here chest, and we get this formless Erden rune. Let's have a look at it. So one of the Erden runes, higher Quicksilver bullet maximum. So a secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. The Great One Erden, lacking form, exists only in voice, and is symbolized by this rune. Those who memorize it enjoy a larger supply of Quicksilver bullets. Human or no, the oozing blood is the medium of the highest grade, and the essence of the formless Great One, Erden. Both Erden and his inadvertent worshippers surreptitiously seek the precious blood. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it. So, and another thing that we can use with the messengers, give them a bit of a makeover. But anyway, so that's a bit of a mysterious item, especially if you pick it up at this point of the game. Just like, well, what's this rune all about? Why is it telling me now about Erden and the followers? This Great One. Why have there been so many mentions of Great Ones? Things that seem to be things that are described like gods. Well, send that back down. Well, it's not going to be long till we start finding out about stuff like that. Yeah, so like I say, people in wheelchairs in this game are dangerous. I don't think the guy that we met previously had a minigun as such, but still. Okay, so communion. Straight away with another rune. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. Several runes relate to blood, including communion, which raises the maximum number of blood vials one may carry. This rune represents the healing church and its ministers. Blood ministration is, of course, the pursuit of communion. Okay, so another rune there. So these are items that we can't use yet, but we will across an item later in the game where we'll be able to use them. So. So another blood-tinged gemstone. Blood vial off that guy. Probably another blood vial off this guy. Oh, Molotov cocktail, nice. And some quicksilver bullets off this guy. Cool. So, there's not a massive amount of stuff we can gain from going upstairs here, but I do want to explore it anyway. Yeah, he's gonna be a bit weird. Whoa. Okay, so first off, this is quite a nice view of Yharnam from up here. Some familiar places, lots of spires. Yeah. And I think... is there an item around the back? I can't quite remember. Nope, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, like I say, people in wheelchairs are dangerous in this game. Oh yeah, so in the last episode, when we bumped into Jura, locked, dear. Someone was saying in the comments that my voice sounded like Jura. I think I did a Google search because I was intrigued to know where the voice actor came from. And he is British. I think a lot of voice acting in this game is British. But he was, I think he was from somewhere down south. And I'm a northerner. But I'll... what does he sound like, Jura, now? He's like... let's give it... should we give it a go? You there, hunter! It's something along the lines, I don't know. What's the line that he says? Oh man, I can't remember any of his dialogue. I wanna do the old Gandalf "you shall not pass," but that's definitely not what he says. So there's no item here, but there is a note that says the sky and the cosmos are one by the choir. Who is the choir when they're at home? I wonder. But yeah, he did the guy who did the voice for Jared. He also did someone in Dark Souls 3 as well. Who was it? Oh yeah, so it's the guy who does the voice for Osiris, the consumed king, or whatever. You know, the kind of dragon boss that's with his precious baby ocelot. Same guy. Nice, some twin bloodstone shards. I think they're the first ones that we've come across. So we're going to drop down here, and this is going to kind of lead us towards the next area. This is an absolute ball ache, this place though. Like I say, any time in a Souls game where there's some form of platforming, get ready to die a bunch of times. Right, so you can see there's kind of this platform off on the right. This is what we're going to be aiming for now. And now I always seem to miss this, but hey, let's see what happens. Oh, that looked actually quite perfect, didn't it? And another drop just here. Cool beans. We can see that's kind of the normal way down. There's a few items there that we'll probably get when we die and have to come through this area again. But if you drop down onto this ledge, we're going to be greeted with a rather familiar sight. Wait a second, we've been here before, but have we actually been here before? See, with us never wearing headphones, I've never had the heard the directionality of the sound. It sounds like it's kind of coming from that interesting female sounding, like it's coming from around that kind of where that tree is. Which is weird. And like, if I've played this just through TV speakers, I might never have noticed even that sound was in the background. It might have just kind of blended in with the background noise. But so I'm hearing a load more stuff when I'm playing this with headphones on. So let's see what we've got in here. Small hair ornament. Okay, that's an interesting one. Here we go. A small, very ordinary hair ornament. Although it has been lost for quite some time, one can still see signs of the care with which this tasteful ornament was once kept. Its colour would stand out most brilliantly against a head of greyish hair. Third umbilical cord. Now we're really getting into some crazy territory. Is that not in here? Oh no, it's there. So, a great relic, also known as the Cord of the Eye. Every infant Great One has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Every Great One loses its child, and then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. Used to gain insight and, so they say, eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly entails. So yeah, if this is your first experience of Bloodborne, by now you're just baffled. Like, what the hell is all this jazz about? An abandoned doll. Well, seems like we've come across one of those as well. And there's Nightmare here as well. Old Hunter Bone. Now this is really cool actually. I don't think we can use it because it's... Yeah, it requires 15 arcane. But it gives you like a quick dash, but it consumes quicksilver bullets. So although it's very good, it's also quite expensive to use. So, and then we get the doll hat, the doll clothes, doll gloves. Do we get any interesting lore about on the doll set? So, discarded doll clothing, likely a spare for dress up. A deep love for the doll can be surmised by the fine craftsmanship of this article, and the care with which it was kept. It borderlines on mania and exudes a slight warmth. So, why is there someone who's building making a doll, and then being so obsessed with the doll that they're making like a spare set of clothes in such obsessive detail? Why would someone do that? I mean, there's not a massive amount of logical reasons why someone might do something like that. But I suppose if someone was obsessed with a person, they might try and hold on to that person by any means necessary. So maybe it's something to do with loss or like a past relationship of some kind. However, so let's light this lamp anyway. We may as well just return to the Hunter's Dream. Make sure we get a full a full complement of blood vials when we come back. So, in fact, actually now, when we talk to
Welcome home, good hunter.
The doll.
What is it you desire? What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter, could this be joy?
So we gave her the ornament that was in the real world Hunter's workshop, and she seems to remember it. And now that we're in the dream,
welcome home, good hunter. What is?
She's given us this teardrop, so let's have a look at that. So, silver shining tearstone, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. The doll sheds neither blood nor tears, and thus its nature remains unknown. Interesting. So if we use this, gives us a tear blood gem. So let's see what that does. HP continues to recover +2. What was our... That gives us a slight attack up, and also... Yeah, let's pop this one on for the extra HP recovery. And... Oh, can we... Oh, we need one more twin shard to upgrade this again. Okay, cool. And is there anything new at the insight shop? Can now buy fire paper, that's good. And pungent blood cocktail. Okay. Okay. Abandoned old workshop. Let's go. Right, so let's go back to where we were before. And carry on dropping down. Can hear a rather angry beast down there, can't we? Okay, so we've got another rune here, beast. So, secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. A transcription of the roar of a labyrinth beast. The bearer of the beast rune has accentuated temporary transformation effects. Beast is one of the early Carol runes, as well as one of the first to be deemed forbidden. The discovery of blood entailed the discovery of undesirable beasts. So it's straight up telling us there that the discovery of blood and led to the discovery of undesirable beasts. Right, so one of two things is going to happen when we progress down here. We could end up going to a couple of different areas depending on what happens when we go down here. So first things first, we're just going to take a quick left. And I believe there's some dogs and crows around here. There's a crow. Ooh, nice, some sweaty clothes. That's just what everybody always wants. Right, now this guy with a sack. Right, and we can also hear some guys patrolling, so we want to be careful here. Okay, they're going that way, so we might have a bit of time. Oh dear. Nelly. As soon as I missed that first backstab, my thoughts were, okay, that's it. We've lost this fight. Those guys are pretty strong. And so if you get killed by one of those guys at this point in the game, when it's like the first handful of them that you see, or really the first time you get killed by one of those guys in the game, you get abducted, and but we'll find out about that. because we will get killed by one. But Madman's Knowledge, everybody's favourite. And I'm sorry if I'm shouting in the mic as well, but the game sound is so loud. It's unbelievable. Ow. Okay, that was a surprising amount of damage from those guys. I think maybe just being attacked at once. Again, this guy can do some real damage as well. And I think he's probably going to notice us before we get to him as well. God damn it. Oh dear. God damn it. Oh dear. We're getting out of some pretty precarious situations here. So yeah, as you're finding out as well, there's some pretty interesting characters in the world of Bloodborne, to say the least. We got giant dudes with sacks, we got beasts, we got like werewolf dudes, we got weird magical like, I don't know, what would you even call them? Like slughead dudes or whatever. So, Cathedral Ward. So we're going to open up this here door and immediately just go up this ladder. And once we're out of harm's way, I can explain where we are. So, here we get some numbing mist, which is a really good item. That stops enemies from healing. So if we drop down onto this roof here, is there? Yeah, there's an item just down there, isn't there? Yep. Ooh, Black Messenger hat, cool beans, cool. Right, so when we were in Erden Chapel, you remember the first time before we came out, I said there's 2 doors out of the chapel, but then there's actually only one that you can progress. So the door that we didn't go through leads to the bottom, just in front of us there. If you come out of there, it leads to the bottom of this staircase, and that's the gate that we've just opened there. So there's no point in us going up there at that point in time, because that gate was shut, and we wouldn't have got very far. But now, with the gate open, this is going to be our the next place that we progress to. Okay, so I'm just going to drop down here. I'm just going to cause one of these friendly neighbourhood ghost men, lantern ghost men, to come down here. Wooden shield. See what it says about the wooden shield. Okay, so a crude wooden shield used by the masses who have arisen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, ineffectual against the strength of the beasts as they tend to be. shields are nice, but not if they engender passivity. So I think that's a little bit of a cheeky sideways comment about Dark Souls and how much you use the shield in Dark Souls. Okay, we walked into a whole heap of bullshit down here. Do they actually come in here? Do they chase you? I don't think they do. I think you're safe in here. Oh, nice. One of them died anyway. Okay, so again, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream. Stock up, make sure we've got a good stock of healing and quicksilver bullets before we might be able to level up once as well.
Very well lit.
Bump vitality once, why not?
Farewell, good hunter.
Yes, yes, yes. So, back to Tomb of Verdun Cathedral Ward. Yeah, so there's quite a large area now to try and clean out, and yeah, we'll see. It's probably going to be a case of we'll clean this area out, or we'll clean half of the area out, and then we'll probably call it for this episode, and then in the next episode we'll head towards the boss of this area. So we're going to try and avoid that kidnapper for now. Alright, so there's this path up the right side and then a path on the left. And actually, in order to do the path on the left more efficiently, I think we need to go the path on the right side first. Up here we've got a scytheman. If we can help it, we don't want to attract them all at once. Although it looks like we've done just that. Yo. Yo. Oh no. I think that's what they call the nick of time. Ah, come on now. So you got one of those great big dudes down there. Right, this could be a terrible idea, but I just kind of want to do it. Oh no! It was a terrible idea. So I guess the first thing we want to do then is go around the other side. We've got all these guys shooting at us now. Where's Shooty Man? Oh, he's right there. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough, sir. Okay, that'll do nicely. Okay, can we get a plunging attack on him this time? Whoa. Like, whoa, man. Oh, it's not gonna let me get the... Okay. Right, so we pretty much cleared out that area of the stairs. Still, the plan is to clear out everything kind of on the other side of that gate. There's a lot of stuff down there, so it might take us a while. Now you see there is a ladder and some stuff up there. In fact, yeah, let's go up there, why not? Right, but before we kind of continue on and go up, there's another way that you can get round this, you can get to there, and we're going to go the other way, because if you go this way, there's just more of a chance that you can get surrounded and staggered and die quite easily. So the way that makes more sense to go is, surprisingly enough, the way with a load of massive giants. Okay, so that's one. And there's also quite a few good items around this place as well, so... Ooh, Nelly. There's a lot of really interesting, like, I remember the first time I ever played Bloodborne, I was so amazed by like the graphics and how fast, just how quick it felt, like the movement and that kind of stuff. But then, as much as this game still holds up really well in terms of design and the way everything looks, like if you compare this to Sekiro now, like Sekiro's got so much good shit in terms of graphics and the way it feels as well. Sekiro feels so fast. I think a lot of that's got to do with the grappling hook and whatever. But okay, so got another one of these dudes. And some twin shards, that's good. That'll let us upgrade his weapon now. Okay, so there's a few different paths here. Some shining coins. So if we go down this way, we get a tempering blood gemstone. See some really cool looking windmills off in the distance. Some antidote. And at the bottom here,
the password.
so his only option is to keep quiet at the moment. So we obviously don't know the password that we need to get through the door. If you remember, oh, what's his name now? The chap that we spoke to earlier told us about the password, about the chaps from the healing church are the only guys who knew the password. So that's what we're looking for right about now. We're wanting this here password, but anyway. So now this is the way to progress. But as you can see, there's a lot of bullshit in this area. First thing first, I'm going to come down here and try and take out the guys with the guns. Oh, no you don't. Whew. Okay, so like I say,
This dance finished.
this dance finished. Right, so this ladder, this leads to where before I said there's a different way to get to this way, to this place. So, this little ladder here, or this ladder here, should I say, leads back onto the roof that we were on before, just after we'd cleared out that kind of stairsy area. Is there another item here, or is this just kind of like... A watchman of Bergenworth guards the gate with a password, the sacred adage of the Grand Cathedral. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an item, does it? But yeah, so that's the way to get back from there, but there's a little bit more to explore down here. So if you were to come this way, as you can imagine, you get to the bottom here, that guy attacks you immediately, and then there's a whole bunch of guys around here. So yeah, it's better to come from the other side. There's a third way that you can get down here, and we're gonna see that now, but we're gonna go backwards through it, kind of ish, slightly, something like that. So if we just follow this path around, we see there's lots of mist around here. Get some poison knives.
Praise you. Praise the old damn church. And then the best of luck, hunting. Best luck of all. Praise you. And then
Best luck hunting, best luck all.
We've the deepest gratitude for the church and all they do for us. The deepest, widest gratitude. Yes. Yes.
You're not from around here, are you? Or an outsider who's come to join the hunt? What a pathetic idea. You what? What, you think I'm a beast? Well, maybe I think you're a beast. And step away from my castle.
Alright. Jeez.
Oh, enough of you. What, you think this is funny? Well, I
Yeah.
certainly don't, so be gone with you. I'll have nothing to do with your beast stunts.
Oh my, what a queer scent. But I'll take it over the stench of blood and beasts any day. What is it then? I'm off during hunts, and besides, this is no place for ladies. Wouldn't want to drag you down too. Oh, thank goodness. You're a hunter, aren't you, dear? Might you know of a safe place? The night is long and I've very little of the incense left. Please, there must be some nice place to run off to.
Erdon Chapel.
Oh, thank you, dear. Perhaps I'll see you there.
Perhaps. Now that we've spoken to her.
What's this two-bit nonsense you're peddling? I heard you told that wench about some shelter. Well, she's a damn fool to trust an outsider. And why? Well, her sort's probably just fixing to feed some of your coin.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? The impression that you get of people that talk about other people behind their back the moment that you meet them.
Alright. What crafty lies does the outsider have today? You think I'm an easy mark? Yeah? Well, give me your best shot.
So this guy goes to the opposite of whichever you tell him to go to. So, as much as we don't like this guy, we're going to tell him to go to Yusefka so that he goes to Erdon and we get to see some of his dialogue and see what plays out in Erdon Chapel.
Yeah, sorry. Too sharp for that bollocks. I know a superstition when I hear one. Outsiders. Even their lies are predictable.
Yep. So that's an interesting little interaction there. So in fact, there's quite a few bits down here. There's all the people that are singing the praises of the church, but they almost sound a little kind of like almost a little scared of the church. And then we've got those two, the interaction between those two there, which is just interesting. Ow! Woo! Woo! I knew there was something dangerous up here, but I just couldn't remember what. Well, I was thinking fire, but I thought it might have been one of the wheelchair guys, but no. That guy's he's just having none of our shit, is he? Just, oh, hello, fire. So this is leads to this path down here leads to where we got all the upgrade items earlier on, and we came up to a gate that we couldn't go through. So, like I said, that item from the messenger bath that you can buy for 10,000 echoes lets you get through here from the other way and open the gate, but it really doesn't take that long until you're around the other side of it anyway. But I suppose it could be helpful if you don't know to drop down where we went before, where the kidnappers were, to be able to access this area. So I suppose maybe it's kind of a fail-safe just in case you're not sure where to go earlier in the game. And yeah, so in fact we could have a crack at the boss, I think. First thing I'm going to do is kind of try and clear this area out a little bit. Ah, no, get there, get there. Okay, so for this boss we should be able to summon a chap in as well. And one thing that we're gonna want to equip is the numbing mist that we picked up earlier. Okay, cool. Can't quite think where it is. Is it down the next level? Oh, here we go, yeah. Summon Henriette. Yeah, let's do it, why not? Henriette there with the Kirk hammer. Looking pretty boss. So there's a few different ways. You don't have to do this boss straight away. You can. There's an area to the left you can go to. There's an area to the right you can go to, but there's not too much point to do that just yet. And there's a few other bits and pieces that you can do. But seeing as though we're here, let's do it. Okay. So that was an experience, was it not? So we got a gold pendant. We saw what looked like quite a, you know, normal woman turn into some crazy ass, like, ridiculous, I don't know, dog slash horse slash whatever kind of massive beast that could heal, which is why I would threw loads of numbing mist so that she couldn't heal. I think by the looks of things, it managed to get one heal off, but yeah, it's a heck of a fight. It's good to have someone else in there with you for distraction purposes. Okay. Let's go back to trusty old Pebble. And then we've got this thing glowing. In fact, let's just light this lamp. Inspect.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
Interesting, no? I'll leave that to stew around in your consciousness for a little while, and we'll have a chat about that scene when we come back for the next episode. So, thanks as always for joining us, and she'll see you in the next step. Have a good one. Bye bye.